what we want to know is as well, like, what does your average day look like? Like, I want to know everything. When you wake up, like, what do you have to drink? Is there, like, a specific, like, apple cider vinegar? And then
be, like, completely honest about this.
What does your day look like? Like, tell us everything.
Right,
tell
so
us
I did
all.
actually write some notes down, because when I saw this question, I was just like, this is such a lovely question if I was, like, an interesting person, which I'm not. I'm just so boring. Like, I just feel like everything at the moment is my work. Like, the most exciting part of my life is everything that I'm doing with DoodLEX and, like,
isn't that amazing though?
Media.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
That you can say that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just, it feels very strange because it's, like, all dampened at the moment with everything that's going on, and how I just feel like I've been stuck in the same place for 2 years. Even though I've achieved so much with DoodLEX and I've done really, really well, and I obviously acknowledge that, it's just like waking up every day and just being like, oh, well, the same day is happening. Like, my weekends have merged into one. Like, I don't really have, like, any kind of
boundaries
work
with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I'm trying to do. As I say, this year is going to be the year where I'm trying to, like, sort things out for myself, because I actually wrote down, like, I feel like my methods of living are very unhealthy at the moment. Like, I just sort of, I get up, I'll probably miss out a lot of, like, things like showering or, like, getting dressed. Like, sometimes I'll just get out of bed and just be like, do you know what, I'm just going to not get dressed today.
Oh my God, that's me every day. I really relate.
Yeah. But it's, like, it's fine. It's I'll get up, I'll have something to eat. I'll have an oat milk tea. I love oat milk tea. That's my poison. Cup of tea.
Very nice.
Me too, I drink so much tea. So much tea.
Yeah. Yorkshire tea.
Oh, the best.
Perfect. Yorkshire brew.
Yeah.
Love it.
You've got
love it.
points on there from me. There you go.
Top tier tea, of course. I'll work, like, sort of up till my lunchtime, or if I wake up and I'm just not really feeling like I'm in a productive state, I'll just sort of, like, faff about for a couple of hours, and then I'll have my, like, main meal at lunchtime, and that sort of, like, gets me into the zone to be like, right, sit down, set all your work up, get working, and then I'll work for the rest of the afternoon. So there's not really any pattern. It's just kind of like how I wake up and I feel on the day, because it's that kind of work. Like, it's, one, I'm freelancing, and two, I'm actually, like, a creative. So
yeah, it's hard to structure, isn't it?
It is. It's really hard to structure, because I've set myself some working week hours, so I have, like, opening hours, if that makes sense.
Love that. I need to do that.
Yeah, they're very loose. They're more there for people, like, if I don't answer your DM, then don't get angry because I'm not working. Like, I might be using social media, but I'm not working.
Again.
And that's the thing where you have, like, people expecting you to be on it all the time. Like, I found this last week I've actually been quite ill, and just, like, seeing people on social media and how everything just carries on and everyone's just, like, working, but then you want to be social because you're, like, feeling sorry for yourself, and then it's just, like, there's this expectation of, like, you need to be working if you're on social media because that's where your job is.
Yeah.
That's something that I need to deal with, really, but I'm sure most people do suffer with it, that use social media as a form of income.
Yeah, this is something, like, I was having a conversation with my boyfriend about. It was like, can't remember, we got into the topic of asking, like, what I would label myself as, like, as I'm an illustrator, I'm a graphic designer, and I said I don't really know how to put myself in a box. I says, but I do call myself a creative. And he was like, why do you call yourself a creative? I was like, because I don't think I'm just an illustrator. I says, I'm an online personality. Like, when you strip it down to the core. So I'm not just an illustrator. I have all these other roles as well. That's why I call myself a creative, because I make reels and I make stories and I have a community and I, like, do things for, like, social media and stuff. So that's where the creative comes into it. But I just thought it was interesting that you brought that up as well, where you feel like you can't really switch off, because everybody else's thing that they do, they like aimlessly scroll through social media as like their pastimes, kind of kill time. Whereas when I'm scrolling, I'm not aimlessly scrolling. I'm like saving reel clips, saving things, being like, oh, that's a good sound, that's a good idea, let's save that. So it's like as soon as you get up, people are like, oh, I'll just aimlessly look at dogs on my phone. Whereas it's like, oh, I'll get up, I'm on my phone, right, okay, let's see what's trending.
Like I can use that. Oh, that sounds good. Save that. Like I feel like we forget that we're constantly working. Like even though being on social media a lot is bad anyway. Like when you're on social media a lot and it's work, it's probably quite bad for our mental health.
Oh God, yeah. I think that's the thing. It's like that mixture and that sort of like blurred line. Because like you say, sometimes you are like, oh, but I am working. Like I'm actually. I'm doing stuff for my brand or I'm doing stuff for my client, like I'm actually working. But then it can go the other way where you're like, I have just wasted time on here and I haven't really been doing anything productive.
Oh, within work hours, yeah. And then before you know it, I go on TikTok and I'm thinking, oh, I'll look at like some inspiration, and then my algorithm, obviously, my algorithm knows that I love cat videos. So guess what? 2 hours, cat videos, sending them to my friends. And then I'm like, oh no, that's not helping me.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's the algorithm and how it works. It's like, even if you've got the strongest sense of like, I'm gonna do my shit today, it can still just one scroll and you could be a goner for a couple of hours.
I think we're all addicted, every single one of us, and it's so normalised, but we're addicted, like our brain.
It's the validation, it's the instant validation. And again, going back to why I don't work through DMs, it's the instant thinking like, oh no, she's online because the green little dot's there, like, which means, but I'm like, no, this is also like my downtime because I like looking at like really cute like art time lapses, and that's what I do for fun. It doesn't mean just because I'm on Instagram doesn't mean, and I'm posting to my stories, doesn't mean I am emotionally available for you right now.
Yes. Oh my God, emotionally available. It's so true. It really is so true. And that's the thing when you're in this like global village, I suppose, where there's so many different attitudes and mentalities, people like who are working on social media, people who use social media like
for fun,
as an escape, or just, you know, like for bullshit, and they don't really like, it's like, I don't know, I can get very frustrated. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, it's annoying, isn't it? Like, some people are using it for something else, and then you really want people to be, like, engaging with your stuff because you're spending time to make money, and you need their engagement to like, convert back to your sales,
and there's like a 24-hour countdown on your posts as well. That's how I see it. It's like, if I post something in the morning, that's got 24 hours to gauge as much traction as it can, and then
it's done.
I go to sleep, I wake up, and I do it all again.
So with my opening hours, they're kind of like a normal 9 to 5 working week. Like, I've sort of set myself, like, I think it's from 9 or 10. 9 a.m. I think I work from till 6, and then I have like an hour break in the middle. So it's exactly the same as like a normal working week. Yeah. Except that's not necessarily when I'm working, it's just like when I'm available to clients. And even then, like, I might not be available one week in the afternoon because I'm seeing my mum, or I'm doing something in real life that requires me to be not doing that.
Do you do DoodLEX full time?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I don't have a job at the moment. I am looking for like graphic design work. Obviously, I graduated now nearly 2 years ago.